Welcome hunters. Since launch, many players have found the Insect Glaive difficult to play. Not because the weapon is hard on itself, because how awkward the controls were. You basically had to wrestle your controller so hard that your hand would cramp up halfway to the first monster. The only real workaround was buying a more expensive controller, which most players weren't going to do. PC players were less affected thanks to be able to change your key bindings, but console players definitely felt the pain. Until now. With Title Update 4, Capcom finally made a change that lets everybody play and enjoy the Insect Glaive without destroying their hands, which is a good thing. Today I will go over exactly what changed and why this update might finally convince more players to pick up the Insect Glaive. Because when it works, it's honestly one of the most fun weapons in the game, in my honest opinion. So what did they change? One of your strongest moves, the Rising Spiral Slash, depends on your Descending Slash, which you use to hold circle or B to charge it up. This basically, previously you had to hold circle or B to perform the Descending Slash or the strong Descending Slash, and then at the end of the Descending Slash, if you had all three extracts, you could tap circle or B again to initiate your Rising Spiral Slash, the Insect Glaive most powerful attack. So in Title Update 4, they put in a new input system. Instead of holding buttons, the system is now more natural. When you start a combo with your Y or triangle attacks and B or circle attacks, you can simply press Y and B at the same time to trigger Descending Slash. No awkward holding. Just clean intentional inputs. Another change is how the charge works. So before you relied on charging on how long you were holding the circle or B button. That system is still in the game, but the charging now also works with the number of combo hits you perform towards your charge. This is huge because it makes it easier to perform and actually just makes it playable. So why does this matter? On paper this might sound like a small change, but in practice it's massive. It makes the Insect Glaive easier to pick up and less exhausting to play. And you can actually enjoy the weapon now. And we can now also do something we couldn't in the past. So let me explain, because this one is huge. When holding B or charge, we weren't able to use B as an input. But because that's now gone, we can actually use B for an actual input in your last combo. So you can actually use one of the less used attacks, the Tornado Slash, which does a lot of damage. So the difference between the two variants is actually roughly 1000 damage in that combo alone. And especially you can use this combo when monsters are down or knocked out, and you can basically benefit from an easy 1000 extra damage, which is huge, especially because we use it so much in our rotation. I'm really happy with this change. However, I do have to change my whole playstyle, which I learned myself. So charging is just in my muscle memory, which I need to get out of. But I think it will really help other people pick up this weapon finally. We also had other small buffs in Title Update 4. Sidestep Slash and Sidestep Slash combo have received raw damage buffs, which is always good. Attack speed after collecting all three extracts has been increased, more damage, I won't say no to that. Plus we also have some general fixes to the Kinsect, because to be honest it's annoying when it doesn't do what you expect it to do and it's just off to the side somewhere. So nice quality of life improvements across the board from the Insect Glaive. Looking forward to Arc Tempered Jindahad and Arc Tempered Arkveld. So my final thoughts on this update is simple. Insect Glaive finally playable for everyone. It's not just for people that want to go through the trouble to trying to play it, so everybody can actually use it and pick it up. Still, it's not the easiest to play, especially because you're a little bit of a glass cannon, and probably people that pick it up will actually notice that quite a lot, that you die quite quickly, but people can actually play it now, which I think is just all good for Monster Hunter in general. Overall, I think that a lot of people might enjoy this weapon like I've done. So this concludes my small video on the new changes for the Insect Glaive. If you ever tried the Insect Glaive and it didn't feel right with the control scheme, now is the time to retry the weapon. It's a lot more fun to play. Let me know what you think of the changes in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And as always, stay sharp and happy hunting.